For almost the entire night, this game felt settled. Not competitive, not dramatic. Settled. Green Bay had taken control early, and once Jordan Love left with a concussion in the second quarter, the script became even clearer. Survive. Manage the game. Lean on the run. Don't give Chicago anything free. And that's exactly what the Packers did for nearly 4 quarters. Malik Willis wasn't flashy, but he was steady. The Packers shortened the game, leaned into their ground attack, and trusted their defense to smother a Bears offense that couldn't generate explosive plays. Caleb Williams looked uncomfortable for long stretches. Chicago couldn't sustain drives. Soldier Field felt tense, quiet, waiting for something that never seemed like it was coming. By the time Green Bay went up 16-6 late in the fourth quarter, it looked over. The Bears had been outplayed for almost 58 minutes. No momentum, no rhythm, no answers. And then the NFL reminded everyone why games aren't decided until the clock hits 0. Chicago's final push didn't begin with a highlight throw or a defensive takeaway. It began with desperation. An onside kick, a play that barely exists anymore in today's league. Rule changes have crushed the success rate. Players line up closer. Recovery teams are better prepared. Coaches almost never expect the ball to come loose, but desperation doesn't care about probability. The kick bounced awkwardly. Romeo Dewes couldn't secure it, and suddenly the Bears had life. That single moment changed the emotional balance of the game. The Packers went from controlling everything to suddenly feeling pressure. Chicago went from resigned to dangerous. Caleb Williams took the field with 1:56 remaining, down 10, season implications hanging in the air. This is where young quarterbacks often unravel. The moment gets big. The clock speeds up. Mistakes pile on. Williams didn't blink. He didn't hunt the end zone immediately. He took what the defense gave him. Short throws, controlled footwork, calm eyes. Each completion chipped away at the Packers' cushion and tightened the stadium's grip on the moment. The drive stalled just outside the goal line. 4th down. 4 yards. Everything riding on one play. Williams faded back under pressure and threw a perfect ball to the back of the end zone. Jade Walker secured it. Touchdown. In an instant, a game that felt dead was fully alive. Chicago didn't get greedy. They kicked the extra point. Tie game. Overtime. That decision mattered more than it looked at the time, because overtime exposed how thin the margins had become. Green Bay received the ball first and immediately looked like they might finish it. A big completion to Jaden Reed pushed them into Bears territory. The Packers were 1 or 2 plays away from setting up a game-winning field goal and walking out of Chicago with the division lead firmly in hand. Then came the snap. 4th and 1. A simple exchange, something that has been executed thousands of times. The ball hit the ground. Willis tried to recover. Bodies collapsed. The Bears came away with it. Just like that, control vanished. Now it was Caleb Williams' game to end. No field goals. No waiting, 1 drive, 1 throw. Williams dropped back and launched deep downfield to DJ Moore. Coverage was tight. Kasian Nixon was right there. The margin for error was almost non-existent. The throw was perfect anyway. Moore tracked it, elevated, and came down with it in stride. Touchdown. Walk-off. Game over. In the span of minutes, Chicago erased a point deficit, survived overtime, and flipped the NFC North race on its head. This wasn't a clean win. It wasn't dominant, but it was resilient, fearless, and opportunistic. For the Bears, this game may define their season. Ben Johnson's first year as head coach already looked promising. This made it real. Chicago didn't just win. They stole a game that disciplined, experienced teams usually don't give away. For Caleb Williams, it was a statement without needing gaudy numbers. He struggled early. He was quiet most of the night. But when the game demanded composure and courage, he delivered twice. Those moments carry more weight than any stat line. For Green Bay, the loss stings because it was avoidable. Losing Jordan Love changed the ceiling, but the Packers still had the game in their hands. 1 failed recovery, 1 botched snap, 1 lapse under pressure. That's all it took. This is how seasons tilt. Not with domination, but with chaos. Not with perfection, but with belief. Chicago didn't play like a team that was supposed to win. They played like a team that refused to lose. And sometimes that's enough to change everything.